Hello, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, then hi! So, I'm starting out with a blank wooden tile. It's just plain, smooth, not really anything about it that's anything exciting. So, I'm going to transform it into a frog. So, right now, you see me drawing, and you can't really see it very well. So, I'm going to speed this bit up because it will get darker and you will be able to see it. I'm using a picture for reference. It's on my computer screen at the minute, and I am tweaking it a bit, make it a bit more me. So hopefully soon you'll be able to see what it actually looks like. It's going to have a bit of a grumpy face, and what I'm going to be doing with it when I've drawn it is I'm going to burn the hell out of it with a pyrography tool. Now, I've got a couple of these things, and it's got lots of tools with it, but I must say I have never used the other tools because I prefer to use it like a pencil. Very, very hot blooming pencil, which is ridiculous in this heat right now. I must be off my rocker because the heat coming from it is melting me. I'm so hot. Yike. And what I'm going to be doing after I've burnt it is I'm going to use some acrylic pens to paint it. Now, I think with the pencil marks, you see, I have tried doing freehand, and I always find it quite difficult to burn on these pieces of wood. But when I've put pencil over the top of the wood, it's a lot easier to burn. I think it's something to do with the heat reacting with the pencil lead. I want to say it's carbon. Why do I want to say it's carbon? My brain's having a brain fart. I'm just going to say pencil lead because my brain's not thinking straight. But it is a certain type of pencil that I've got in these, a certain type of lead that I've got in these pencils. Just cheap pack of mechanical pencils, that's what they're called, yeah, that's the one. And I'm sure it said carbon. Oh, I can't remember. Anywho, you can see the picture of the frog now, and I'm putting the shading in I'm putting it in as though I'm going to burn. So the darker parts are going to be the more burnt areas, but I do shade light areas with the pencil too. It all helps, it really does. I mean, there's all these fandangly ends that you can put on it, but I'll be honest, I'm too lazy to wait for it to cool down, to swap the ends, to then burn a bit more, then swap the ends, and burn a bit more. I prefer just to use it as a pencil, and it just works for me. If you are going to try pyrography, be careful, because it is blooming hot. I have maybe once or twice burnt myself when I wasn't looking. You should always look at what you're doing. So I have adapted mine because the handle was far too thin. Now I think I could do it being a bit thicker. You'll notice through this that I have to swap hands. I flex my hands a lot because when I'm doing this I do grip quite tightly. It's because you do have to put a bit of pressure on as you're burning, if you want it to be darker. Not so much when it's light, you can just scrape over the top like you would a pencil, but when you want it darker you have to put a bit of pressure on, and it hurts me. I don't do it very often for the simple reason it hurts, but I do love doing it, and the smell from the wood when it's burning, oh, I love it. I'm not a pyromaniac, honest, I just like to doodle with heat. Just not in this weather. Oh dear. But he's not just being burnt, he is being built up. From a drawing, to burning, to painting, and then there's a conundrum at the end. I don't know what to do with him after. See, I like him as he is, but do I add resin? That's my conundrum. Can't make my mind up. I don't really want to have to do two. I mean, what am I going to do with a frog on a piece of wood? So I don't need two. I just don't know whether to make him shiny. So please help me out here. Let me know in the comments, should I make him shiny? And when I say comments, I mean underneath the video. A lot of people get confused with the chat and the comments. See, comments really help to push out a channel, and so does the likes. So it really helps people get the channels to be seen if the algorithm's got a bit of a poke to it, which is what the comments and the likes are. I am not far off 1,000. I was a little bit shocked when I looked this morning and it said 955. That kind of shot up from, well, I can't remember because I forgot to look. It wasn't until I got a little notification saying you have 950 subscribers, and I'm like, when did that happen? So yeah, 955 at the last count. This is now Sunday. I wonder if I can do it by Friday. Probably not. But anyway, liking and commenting really helps us all out, and subscribing even better. I mean, we all want to get somewhere on this YouTube journey, one way or another. I mean, I'm really enjoying just being crafty. I've got a purpose to be crafty, whereas before I just sat and stared at all my stuff and didn't have a thought in my head as what to do. And it helps. It does help to be crafty. So I'm now doing lily pads. I don't know why I did the other leaves. Maybe it's to pretend there's a tree hanging over, I don't know. But I'm doing lily pads, and then I put little dots in, thinking night sky star, and then I thought, well, you've got lily pads on it, you fairy. It's the water, it's the pond. Duh. So I'm going to say the bubbles now. So we've got bubbles in the water. Or fireflies. Oh, fireflies. Yeah, they'll do. They're fireflies. Don't tell anybody. It's a secret. Oh dear. I've got daft head on again. I had to wait before I came back for the pyrography tool to cool down. Because if you do have to be careful, because you can set fire to things if you leave it on something you're not supposed to. I did have a little stand, but it never sat on the stand, so I used the stand for something else. Much craftier. I can't remember what though, and here's me trying to figure out which one I should go for next, because the pen lids aren't true to the actual colours in the actual pens. I mean, that's a bit darker than it shows on the pen, but they are nice pens. Just cheapos from Timo. I like cheap pens. I like expensive pens. I just like pens. Oh, I love pens. I really should use them more often. I do have a lot of pens. No, none of them are expensive. I mean, I'd really like to try an expensive set of pens. I'd also like to try an X tool. That'd burn things for me. I don't suppose anybody fancies sending me one of them. Oh, pigs might fly. Or we can say frogs might fly. There we go. Even more of a miracle. So, I've done my 3 tones of blue, and then I decided I wanted to do just a little bit of a turquoisey colour just round the edge. Don't know why, but you can't really see it unless you're close up, which is why another thing I'm thinking of the UV would show it up more. Oh, I don't know. Not UV. Well, yeah, UV resin. I don't know. I really don't know. Or do I just do the frog in UV? Or do I do just the background in UV? Oh, decisions. Don't know. Help me out, people, because I really ain't got a clue. Tell you what, there'll be a poll in this chat. No, there will not be a poll in this chat, because I'd like you to comment. That's right, I'd like you to comment whether to fully UV, leave it, or UV the back, or just UV the frog and his hat. That'd be great, because then you can all make your minds up for me. Because I'm indecisive. I do like this metallic green. Where did I get these pens from? I've had them a while. I think I might have got them from the works. Or the range. Only cheap. I thought, ooh, metallic pens, I like them. I'll have them. And they're not too in your face either, in metallics. It gives a little bit of a soft shimmer, but not much. But I do like them. I'm going in over the top with the yellow just to give it the highlight in the spaces that's not been painted. Although, now I look at it, I think under the chin should have been darker. I may change that before I put photos up. I might do that. Yeah, I think I will. Because it doesn't look right. Yeah, because under your chin it'd be darker. So yeah, I'm just going to fill that all in with green. So you'll see that in the end, in the photos. I thought I'd just do a simple little doodle today. But just to show you that there's all sorts of things you can use. You can paint, you can use pens, you can use pyrography tools, you can use clay, you can use paint pouring, you can make paper frogs, you can do all sorts of frogs and all sorts of mediums to do this blab. So if you want to jump in, done it again, jump in, ribbit, then just message one of us and we'll chuck you in there. Now, I was getting fed up with frogs, I really was, and I don't know now. So every time I come up with a bright idea, I think, oh yeah, okay, I'll carry on. And then I get stuck and I'm like, oh, I've had enough. So, like I said, I'm indecisive. Now, this metallic white didn't really show up very well, and I have had to go over it a couple of times. But they're the fireflies. Remember, they're fireflies. Not stars. I didn't say they were stars, did I? No, fireflies. Obviously, fireflies. Not as daft as I look. Much. So now I'm going to go around with the gold. Round the edge on the top and round the edge on the sides. I've got a thing about putting gold round everything. I don't know why, I just do. Although it's not my favourite colour. But gold seemed to lend to green better. That's what I think anyway. Silver don't. It doesn't work with that. It's more purples and blues. Well, that's my head anyway. But if you want to see some great frogs, check out the playlist below. It's with Lisa at the Garage, and Karen at the Dragon's Cave, Ned Goblin Art, Tim Base Resonator, and me. And lots and lots of people. So yeah, what do I do with the resin? Or do I do nothing? Anyway, thank you for watching. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye!